This is KUGAN CASSIUS. We're in Manchester, home turf of Scott Quigg, the WBA interim super bantamweight champion. Hello, Scott.
How do you?
Scott, you look really well.
I feel good.
You look all like ready. You know, like ready.
Well, I'd be worried never weren't ready.
I know, 2 days to go. I know, definitely. I've just interviewed. God, we're in the middle of an interview here, boys.
I know, mate, you're so professional, aren't you? You can sort it out, can't you?
Oh, Rimmer. Fuck off,
Mate,
Rimmer.
you're in Manchester now, don't call me
Oh,
Rimmer.
listen, I'll run wherever I am, I'll run it. I've just interviewed the mush you're fighting, William Prado.
Yep.
He looks up for it. I'll be honest with you. He's like talking very confidently. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who he is, but he's saying he's not coming here to make up numbers, and he's, not just for the sake of a W on your record. He's up for it. But I'm sure many people have said it before. But
I was going to say I wouldn't expect anything less. That's what I want. I'm at the stage of my career now where I need to keep fighting these sort of opponents to get me ready for going on to the next level. And this is going to be a tough fight on Saturday, but it's one that I'm confident. I know he's going to come to fight, but 100% confident that I'm going to do the business.
How many rounds are you fighting? 10 rounds?
Yeah, 10 rounds there.
So, as long as you don't go the full 10 rounds, there's a strong possibility you'll be out in Hull as well, Eddie said.
Yeah, but like I say, do you know what, you've just recapped my mind. I've not even thought about that since it was first mentioned. The job I've got to do on the 29th is on Saturday is the main one, and it's going to be a very tough fight, but it's like I say, it's one I'm confident that I'm going to put on a good show.
I know it's very difficult to talk about future fights, but obviously Eddie's got this plan of you fighting later on in the year for the WBA title. Now, this is becoming we've talked about you and world title shots for a while now, and obviously this is coming to a head now where it's going to happen this year, isn't it? So, you're just gearing up for that, aren't you, really?
It's definitely, that's what we all agree that I'm going to be ready for. Obviously, with the layoff, this is why we need to get a fight or two under my belt to get the momentum going again. And it's like you said, I'm not looking. Obviously, we've got that plan, but this is going to be a tough fight on Saturday night, and I'm confident I've got to do the business first with her.
From being out the ring for so long to potentially having maybe 3 fights in the space of about 4 months, ending with, like I said, I'm talking ahead here because I've got to talk to you like this, but having 3 fights in the space of 4 months, ending with a world title shot, possibly against Salinas, you just must be so buzzing to just be in that sort of frame of mind.
Definitely. Obviously, you ask any fighter, being inactive is very frustrating, and to have, knowing that you've got the backing of Eddie, Sky, and people like that, and you're going to get the platform to do what you love doing, it's exciting, and you've got a buzz about you all the time, and it's easier to go in the gym and train. And it's like I say, it's a period now where I've got to keep focused, do the job on Saturday, and then do the next job what's put in front of me, and then hopefully by the end of the year I could be world champion.
Well, let's hope so. Just want to ask your opinion about something. Eddie Hearn, while you were with your previous promoter, made a lot of comments about you regarding to where you are in comparison to Carl Frampton. Now, I understand this promoters talk, and I'm sure you understand this promoters talk. But it's been made into a bit of a thing that that you need Carl Frampton and all this stuff, and Carl Frampton would knock you out and things like that. But have you just sort of asked, because it's been brought to public attention just recently about what's been said?
It's funny, at the end of the day, Carl's a good fighter. He's not going to say anything else, because I'd look stupid saying he weren't. He's got a good future ahead of him, and at the time Eddie was promoting him, Eddie's not going to turn around and say we need Scott Quigg. Scott Quigg would knock Carl Frampton out. We all know Eddie rates Carl Frampton as a fighter. I rate him as a fighter. He was promoting him at the time, so it's things like that that build the fight as well.
So there's
no part of you that thinks like,
You wanker, Eddie. You said them things about me, now you're saying the same about me.
At the time I did, yeah, at the time I did, when I was stood there and he was saying it, yeah, at the time. I wanted to throttle him.
Do you know when we done our sit-down interview with you and Carl?
Yeah.
Which I just want to add that no one's ever still been able to do that, get you two together, sat down, I did it. Did you think at that point there that what's happened in this sort of next however many few months would have happened, this turnaround where Carl's gone there, you've come here, and now you're looking at a possible world title shot ahead of Carl slightly at the moment? So would you thought that would have happened?
You would have got good odds on that.
Yeah.
You would have got very good odds on that.
If I'd sat you down and said, all right, Scott, listen, in a few months' time, you know, you wouldn't be with so-and-so, you'd be with Matchroom, Carl's going to be over there, but you'll get the shot ahead of him. I mean, he was on similar levels anyway, but so the title shot for either of you could have come.
I would have put a pound on it and I still would have been a wealthy man after.
But it seems to me that because obviously Frampton's now left, that when I asked you before, do you think that the fight is further away or closer together? You said it was closer together, but do you really think now that potentially really it is, the fight is unlikely to be made?
Well, you got to remember at the time when just after Frampton beat Kiko Martinez, Barry said we're not interested in Scott anymore. We're going on. We don't need Quigg. We've done this. We're going after Romero. So we're not going to mention his name, but all I hear at the minute is my name being mentioned. So listen, it's good for me. Whether if your name's getting mentioned, you're doing something right.
Yeah, I know the feeling. My name gets mentioned and slagged off once a day. So, you know.
Listen, more than once a day, Quigg.
Really?
More than once a day.
Especially in Gallagher's gym, I knew it.
Oh.
What do they say? Oh, no, I don't even know.
I can't repeat.
I don't even want to know what they say.
It depends when you're putting this out, what time you're putting it out after, because I can't repeat.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, Scott. How do you feel about, this is very important actually, a question. Fans have asked me to ask you this. How do you feel that the day that I was on ringside, so were you? The same day, we shared the same ringside day. I know you've been on it before, but how do you feel that you shared that day with me? Not on the same bench at the same time, but...
No, it was a good moment there, Quigg.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
See, like, in few years...
I like doing interviews with you.
Yeah,
so
I know. You can say more on these things, you know. But, no, all jokes aside, it's... listen, whether it happens in the future or not, I hope it does happen.
Yeah, so do I.
To me personally, like I said, with the situation of who your promoters are and just general boxing politics, really.
I think that adds a bit of spice to it, though.
Well,
when it
does.
gets made.
What was your reaction to the alleged £200,000 offer by Frank Warren for you to fight? Like when Eddie first told you about it, because Eddie tells us that he'd always ring you first and let you know what the crack is, which I can quite believe.
Which he did, yeah.
So what was your initial response to that?
200 grand, fair enough. Good starting offer though.
Was there any part of you that thought to say, it's difficult for you, isn't it? Because you've got that shot, haven't you?
We'd already got, with me, Eddie, George sat down, and we have our plan where we're going, and obviously we've got the WBA World Title shot, and that's what I'm in boxing for. But obviously, listen, 200 grand. I'm not desperate for money, but listen, 200 grand is 200 grand.
Listen,
if that's the first starting,
if
that's the starting offer, then you know, happy days.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen.
But the main thing is, the 29th Saturday, I've got a tough fight, and I've got to do the business there, and I'm 100% confident I will. And nothing else is on my mind, only until you recaps it then.
Yeah, but I'm going to do that. I know you don't.
I don't.
You probably just think about these things and they stay locked at the back of your head.
Yeah, they help you keep you focused, because that's where you want to get to in the end, but you've got to concentrate what's in front of you in the near distance.
William Prado. There he's there. You sized him up. Don't kick off in the press conference, huh? I know you get a bit feisty in the press conferences and you start giving it, and don't start doing that, because he seems a very nice chap.
I'm a quiet man.
So just do it in the ring. Wait to the ring.
Make some noise in the ring. Definitely.
All right. KUGAN CASSIUS with Scott Quigg here. Yeah. Look forward to Saturday night. We'll see you at the weigh-in.
Thank you.
Thank you.